that I am Casey Richardson.
Man, look, I'm just happy to be in the land of the living, huh? Okay.
Hello.
I am
Hello.
so happy to have you on this episode of my show. Your energy is always just out of this world. And even though, we're literally continents apart now, every single time we catch up, it's like we're right here, right? And so I'm absolutely thrilled to catch this magic on camera and share some light with everyone that follows this show. So thank you so much for being my guest today.
Yes, thank you for having me. Oh, I'm so excited. And you're right. It's like, even though we are continents away and many time zone differences, whenever we are in the same space, it's just like we seen each other yesterday. And I love it. I love it.
I miss you, Mama.
I miss you too. This is amazing though. You have so many great things going on for you right now, and I'm just so proud of you. So
thank you.
I'm always trying to give you your flowers whenever I see you. Your verbal flowers, because you deserve them and you need them. So I'm honored to sit here with you and just see how you've just flourished over these last few years.
Thank you, Mocha. And I have to tell y'all, so Mocha is giving me my flowers, but I have to give her hers. She's been a beautiful part of so many important milestones in my life. One, and this is in no particular order, but one definitely being her hosting my book launch. I published my first book at the top of 2020, right before a pandemic hit that nobody knew was coming. And she did a beautiful job of hosting that event. Some of you might have seen pictures from it, but she just set the tone and set the energy, and everyone felt like they were at home and felt very vulnerable because her love is just that powerful. So thank you for that, Mocha. Also worked a lot with me on maturing Freedom and Fragility, which is a lifestyle wellness brand that really affirms people who are going through mental illness and figuring it out and healing and making space for all of that. So Mocha, man, from open mic nights to some clubhouse conversations to speaking with Black therapists to taking over the IG and all of these things, all the way to like actually creating physical products that were shipped to all of the customers of Freedom and Fragility. She really helped me to mature the brand, and it's only up from here, right? And we'll see what comes next. But yeah, and then back in the day, man, just being the person I could cry to, honestly, when I wasn't crying to anybody else in the back about what I experienced in my personal life and what brought me to the day. The very first time we had a one-on-one, I just felt very comfortable crying to her, right? And talking to her. So Mocha is incredible. I can't thank you enough, Mocha, for all that you've done. And I'm happy to pull some of your knowledge, your insights, and your views too, because I think your voice should be amplified so that other people can maybe think about life in a different way, or just talk about some real shit, right? That needs to be said. You always understand the assignment. So let's get into it.
Thank you. I love that you said you always understand the assignment.
You do.
Thank you. Sometimes you don't realize you do, but thank you.
You did all the things, friend. Like, I mean that word quite literally, friend.
Thank you.
First, I want to check in on you, right? We have survived a pandemic that's almost lasted for 2 years now, right? What are some of the things that have come out of that experience that you're grateful for now?
It has been 2 years. And it's funny, I just realized that the other day. And I'm like, we've been living in an active pandemic for 2 years, a global one. And nobody has called it off. We're still actively living in it. And I really tapped into me during this time. Like, I really, up until when the pandemic started, up until March of 2020, I really thought that I was living, and I really thought that I was present, and I really thought that, this self-love and this self-care that I exude and that I really, in a way preach about, up until the pandemic started, I was like, am I really taking care of myself? Am I really loving on me? Now I'm in isolation. And in isolation, what happened? So 2 years, literally the first 6 months, actually no, like the first 2 months, it hits you. And being home, not being, zombie town out, desolate, just complete isolation from people, from family, from loved ones, and you just got yourself. And I had to take a real moment to be like, who am I? Like, I thought I knew who I was, but this is all very new. And I don't know, should I try to adapt to it? Should I try to, adjust to this new life that's becoming? Or do I embrace a transformation that's happening within me and extend higher than I thought that I could be? And it literally took time to tap into me. I became a new woman. I became a new person. I became a new Michelle, and lost so, and I don't want to say I lost it, but I let so much of before the pandemic go. And I realized that people are dying, people are really out here dying, and there's no age limit on this disease. And it is not just affecting the Black community or the white community, it is affecting everybody. So how do I live in this world where there's so much happening, and do I really know me? Like, how can I be present in a world if I'm not really present with self? And it was a lot. It was a lot. But during the whole 2 years, I've come out to be stronger than ever. I've come out to be more disciplined, having discipline, understand discipline of where life is leading me, knowing that I truly am the dictator of everything that happens. And this time has been really about spiritual growth too. Like, I've tapped into God, I've developed that relationship with his son so that I could get him whenever I needed to. And that has been something that has been really good for me as well. So when I speak about like the pandemic and what has happened, it has really enabled me to love on me in the ways that I would express love to others. And to me, that was a huge, huge takeaway, because it's like, I love on so many people, and what I really enjoy is quality time with people. Like you said, our one-on-ones, it's intimate. I enjoy being vulnerable with people. I enjoy physical touch. I enjoy hugs. I enjoy words of affirmation. And not being able to have my regular routine of seeing people, not being able to love on people, I needed to go inward with that. So the pandemic has taught me more about love language, my own love languages, and how I love on myself, and how I can really be present enough to exude that. Like, you can't preach about self-love. And when I say preach, it's like, you can't talk about something in a high vibrational in order to influence someone. My impact and who I am is to influence you to be better you. And I can't influence you or preach that if I truly am not living that. So the pandemic taught me how to love on me more. And as simple as it may sound, it's hard. It's hard. And isolation, being still, all of that is needed to clear clutter out of your mind, to sit. Big time, I thought I was like in a bit of a laziness and procrastination. And I was like, what am I doing? I'm not moving. I feel stagnant. And I was like, nah, I've been moving for so many years. If I get one time in my life to just be still, what is God trying to tell? What is God teaching me during this stillness? What am I learning? And the pandemic taught me not only stillness in the world, but stillness in self, being able to sit, being able to listen, being able to not react, to soak it in, to reflect on it, then react or respond, not so much being reactive. It's a lot, girl. I changed in 2 years, and I'm so I'm proud of me. Like, you thought, a bitch thought she was good before.
Come on now.
I'm like, I thought I was good before. But it's like, I'm better now. I'm so much better now. And if my best is to come, then I'm just on that road to heading to the best. The pandemic was a crazy time, and it still is a crazy time, but I found peace within it.
Yeah. I mean,
and that's
you're so right, Mocha. Like, I'll never forget, at the end of 2020, a lot of people were saying, a lot of out-of-touch people were saying, if this year you haven't leveled up in some way or started a hustle or whatever, then it just ain't in you, right? And they were so out of touch because, like you said, like, it's easy to say when you got money. It's easy to say when you got options, right? But every single one of them, I've noticed, has changed their tune in 2021, because now it's like you walking away from stuff that don't serve your soul. Like, now you understand, like, it's deeper than that, right? Like, we healed ourselves in such a way that it's like, if we're not aligned to it, we're wasting our time. So I love, I share everything that you said, because I think that was the outcome for a lot of people, like knowing themselves better, the good, the bad, the ugly, the sweet, the sour, right?
All of it. Because you don't know. You don't know. Yeah. There's an array of emotions every day when you wake up. There's an array of, it's a Groundhog's Day for so many people. And as much as, I'm an extrovert, I'm an introvert too. So it's like, the energy that you feed off of being around people, you don't get that.
Right.
And that whole hustle mentality, when you're like, how am I out here hustling? And who do I want to hustle for?
Girls like
who am I out here? Like, who am I out here chasing a bag for? Like, I'm spending time going into work, and y'all don't really care. Like, this y'all dream. This ain't mine. Like, does this align with me? Like you said, a lot of people realize if it's not in alignment, it's not for me. Like, if it's, and I started saying that a lot towards the end of 2020. If it does not align, please realign. Like, that's it. If it doesn't align with me, realign me. Put me back on the track of what does align with me. Allow me to feel that. Discernment is real.
It is real.
It is real. It is real. And when you tap in and when you start to realize your body is responding to alignment, like your body is responding to situations that you're in, but if you're not telling of that, like your stomach gets that queasy feeling for a reason. You know what I mean? Like, you get those chills for a reason. You get anxiety for a reason. You get anxious. Your body is telling of what's happening, and if you're not connected with it, then you're not going to be able to get through anything. I feel.
Real, Mocha.
It is, girl. Whew.
I think that's real, right? Because that's one thing I noticed only when I slowed down. Like, I didn't realize how much of my body's responses I just swallowed down, right? Even the flutter of my stomach, right? Like, now that I'm more sensitive to myself, I realize that I feel it when I'm uncomfortable. I feel it when I'm angry. I feel it when I've been offended, But I'm just so used to keeping it going, all of those things compound, and then I'm out of work for 4 months because I'm depressed. And but slowing down helped us, give us a lot of time, right, to get to know ourselves. Love that. And I gotta note that you are starting a new business. I'm so excited for you and proud of you. What deets do you want to share with the folks?
Ooh, I want to share all the deets with the people.
Please
all of the beats. So yes, I get so excited. You see the smile? I get so excited. Like my dimples cannot dimp enough. That's how excited I get. Listen, this and it's just a moment I want to take in, because it's literally a full circle moment for me. That you're asking me, oh, the business. And it's funny because this business came out of the pandemic. And it came out of the stillness of me being and trying to understand, where do I want my life to go? And not only that, but the gifts that I've been gifted, how can I use them to literally heal people the way that I want to, the way that I've been saying. So I am Self-Affirming Care is its full name. That is my baby. That is my baby. I birthed it. You know what I mean? It has literally taken almost 9 months for me to come to the fruition of this brand. It has making formulas. You know, I could cry. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm so excited, but it's like, you don't realize how talented you are. You know what I mean? You don't realize what gifts you have. You don't realize how the ancestors are moving you along. You don't realize what has been put into your system to create. When I say that I am a healer, like everything about me is a healer. Like my words, I'm a poet. So my words speak, my touch heals, and my presence heals. So I'm like, I know who I am, and I want to put that out there. And I am. The main thing that sticks out to me when I was creating this line and I was thinking of it, and I thought of Moses and Jesus, and when he went and he was like, tell the people, who am I going to tell that sent me? Who? And that came to me as I was coming up with the name of this. That story came to me, and he said, I am. And I was like, I am. It's the most affirming statement. 2 words you can say, I am. And whatever follows after that should be something that is empowering, something that is uplifting, something that is affirming, something that is validating to yourself. I am strong. I am beautiful. I am here. I am present. Like, all of that is needed. And on top of that, it make you look good.
Yes,
so when you affirm yourself, when you start to feel good, and then on top of that, I done made a product that makes you look good. On top of that, it makes you, the new you comes out, and you live in a different light than you did before. So I am is the short version of what I call it, but I am is a skincare line that I am so proud of. I am so wholeheartedly proud of. Like, literally tears on my cheek. Tears on my cheek, and I'm so proud of it. And the story behind it is not just one that's overnight. The story behind it is not like, oh, the pandemic happened and I decided to start this brand. I've been an esthetician, what people don't know. I've been an esthetician for 15 years. Nobody knows that, you know what I mean? And the joy of the pandemic, when you sit in the stillness, you realize the other gifts that you haven't been utilizing. 15 years I've been in my medical profession, and I've been in skincare profession. Both of those professions have literally been healing and helping people.
Right.
But for 15 years, I neglected the esthetician part to the world and just focused and used that on me, and giving little things to friends like, okay, I have this problem with my skin. Oh, I can make you something. I have this going on. Oh, it's okay. I got you. Use this. And noticing that I was doing that for close friends.
Right.
And I was like, I need to do this for a lot of people. This is not just for me. This is for a lot of people. And it came about. It's African black soap. I'm gonna go into it. I get so excited about it that my mind just goes all over the place.
We want to know.
But
yeah.
It's a oil-based cleanser, but it's African black soap. And the beauty of African black soap is I feel like an underestimated cleanser, an underestimated godsend, essentially. It's from the motherland. So you know it's rich and powerful and packed with nutrients. But on top of that, there's used alone, sometimes it can be harsh and, you know, really stripping and really removing like all the impurities within your skin. The beauty of it though is that there's a beautiful oil blend that I formulated that I add to it. And I it's from the starting process of it all the way down. Every component in the part of the series of the skin line is to literally add hydration and moisturize. The skin is our largest organ. I am a skin nerd, so it being our largest organ on our body, literally to protect our insides, we need to literally find out how to protect that as well, in creating a barrier and making sure that, you know, we don't have all of these imperfections that are coming from inside the body, outside the body. And if it is, how do we clean that up so that we're removing that and it's not just sitting? So it's a cleanser, which I love. It's so rich. It is so rich. It could be creamy or it can be sudsy. The texture is something that is spa-like and luxurious. There's a rose toner that follows that up, which is infused with nothing but rose petals, and it smells divine. There's a oil and a moisturizer that's blended to perfection with these blends of oils that I've handcrafted, like I've picked personally, like to combat what it needs to do for everybody's skin. And there's a body butter, there's a lash and brow balm, there's a lip balm, there's a body mist, there's I've been working, and I'm excited. And you don't realize, like, like you said, I helped with the birthing and the shaping of Freedom and Fragility, which in turn literally geared me up for the launching of I Am. Like, it's been so beneficial and so helpful. And 8 months of working on Freedom, during that time, I wasn't ready to put it out. Like, you know, I wasn't ready to be like, I got a product, but it gave me time to work on my formulas. It gave me time to write it out. It gave me time to be strategic. It gave me time to plan. It gave me time to slow down. And when I say something that has been brewing in me for 15 years, I've completed in almost a year with consistency. And when I talk about dedication, when I talk about discipline, when I talk about seeing the vision of where I see myself in my life, I Am encompasses all of that. And it is something that is filled with love. Like, when you get it and you put it on, you like, somebody loves me.
Oh, I love that.
Somebody loves me. And I want you to know that, like, on top of you loving you, somebody out there loves you. I love you enough to create something that not only is going to make you look good, but it also makes you feel good. There's an affirming statement on each bottle, you know, that is something that makes you feel good. I am a crown of joy. I am crowned beauty. I am a black king for my beard oil. I am a king. Like, each there's an affirmation on it. There's an affirmation on the bottle. So when you're using it every morning, tapping in with yourself. So most of our routine skincare is 10 minutes. You can take 10 minutes to tap in with yourself. You can take 10 minutes to be in the now of you. Mm-hmm. If you're about to give yourself to somebody else, if we got jobs, if you're about to leave your house and be at your place of employment for 8 hours, 6 hours, however many, you have 10 minutes to take time for yourself in the morning. You have 10 minutes to take time for yourself in the evening when you get home. Like, and we need to be mindful of replenishing ourselves. Loving on ourselves first. So I have a soft launch coming. I've narrowed it down. I'm really excited. So I was like, I can tell all the people everything.
So excited.
So I have a soft launch happening on December 18th, which is right up in, some products so you can get yourself ready and gift them out to people for Christmas. My website is up and it's beautiful. I'm having people sign up for it. The Instagram page is up, and it's called I Am Self-Affirmed. On Instagram, the website is I Am Self-Affirming Care. And it's a whole title, because in reality, when you say it to yourself, when I say it to myself, I am self-affirming care, meaning I am affirming myself that I'm going to care for myself. I'm affirming myself that I'm going to love on myself. I'm affirming myself that I know that everything that happens from within me.
Right.
I am validated with myself. I don't need you to tell me about me, but I'm going to tell you about me.
Hello.
And if you recognize what you see, appreciate it. You know what I mean? Like, then we need to get in a space of seeking validation from within. And this is what this line is about. And I'm so happy. Even though I'm using oils, and I feel like I've sourced out really good oils that treat all types of skin.
Yeah.
It's ethically priced because I want everybody to be able to afford it. I feel like it's luxury, but I'm not saying that I'm going to cheapen anything, but I want it to be priced so that you know that you can afford this, you know that it's locally available to you. And Black businesses, we have a hard time because, people are like, sometimes with the Black businesses, because we don't have the funding as a lot of other people, we do everything, it's self-funded. A lot of us self-fund what we do, and our prices reflect that, and people don't want to pay. But I'm letting you know, this is for you. And it's, if you want to take time for you, how much do you matter to you?
Right.
And that's what it's about. So I'm excited.
I'm so excited too. And I love that it's an experience, right? It's not just applying something to your skin, but you've thought through the experience of what will take place. I kept thinking about Starbucks. Like, that's what they did for coffee. Like, when you walk into Starbucks, it's an experience. That's why we pay, like you said, right? Like, that's where the extra value comes in it. So I love that you are putting these affirmations on every single item that they pick up, right? And you're saying, like, this 10 minutes of self-care is actually time you're taking for yourself, right? To hear yourself and tap in. I think that is super, super fire, and something that's needed in the market, so that we apply wellness to skincare too, right? Like, that actually it should be wellness. So I think you're on something super fire. And you talked about, Mocha, some of the things that we don't typically have as Black small business owners, right? Such as funding. I'm curious to know, like, as you step through the first hurdles and triumphs, right, and challenges though of starting a business, like, what are some of the things that you're running into, that you're finding like you're having a hard time grasping it, right, or finding it or attaining it? Like, what are some of those things?
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna be a little biased in answering this, but I have some amazing people around me.
Yeah.
That have been placed in my life to add ease to this journey.
That's good.
So, at the start of me starting out, it was a prayer that I put out, not the Ciara prayer, but this was the Michelle prayer.
Okay.
But it was the prayer put out that I need people that are going to be able to guide me during this process. And I wasn't knowledgeable of starting a business and knowing all of what will come into it. But then I meet people like you, and I meet people and I meet people like my homegirl Shauna, and I meet people that pour into me, that give me the tools that I need, that give me the information that I can go out and research and find what I need. So I've been blessed in that aspect to have people around me, so the struggle doesn't feel as hard. And I know that this time around, because when I tried to start, this is the third time I've tried to start this business, and this is the first time that I've been successful in actually seeing it to completion. And it's because I feel like I've had the right people, because before the research into it, going behind it. It's like, okay, if I'm not going to find funding, if I don't find funding because my credit ain't the best right now, so nobody's going to lend me, money right now to start this. And I got bills that I got to pay, so I got to take money aside. It was stressful, you know what I mean? To pulling money aside and putting it, and then trying to read up, okay, I need this. It's a lot of research that you have to do, and you don't know where to start. So I stopped. And I think that's what a lot of us do. We start, we get that fire lit under us, and we're ready to start and we're ready to go. And then we hit a wall because there's a lot of questions that we have, but we don't have the resources to go to ask these questions to. So you stop, or you start, but something, you feel like a failure halfway through because you have to pivot, or you have to halt production because funds run out, or you don't have, Yes. So there was a lot that we do run into, and early on I stopped. Like, I was like, I got a career. I'm gonna hold off on this. I'm good on this. But now that I'm doing it, like I said, I've had people placed in my life that have given me the tools. You know what I mean? Like, there's these wonderful Black women that have done the work, that have been in the work, that have been doing it, that are they're not selfish with the knowledge that they have. And I feel like that's the only way we can grow and help each other, if we pass this knowledge along, because that's beneficial. You know what I mean? Like, your business has nothing to do with my business, but the knowledge that you have from starting your business, the fundamentals, the basics, is very beneficial to me. So if you can pass that along, if you can send me a website that, that offers funding, if you can send me a website that I can find wholesale goods at, if you can send me a website that does packaging, or, hey, I know this person that does graphics, or I know this, like, if we can use our community to help each other, we can grow. So to answer your question, like I said, I've been blessed with people to help me along the way, so I didn't run into those issues now. And I think the main thing is being open to all the possibilities that can come, but understanding that you don't know anything.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be open to the experience. You have to be open to the entrepreneur life. You have to be open to, like, this is not going to be easy, but you don't know what you're doing because this is all new. So any information that is offered up to you, take it. Because somebody took time to tell you it. Time is precious. Time is money. Time is, you know what I mean? Like, I can't just be sitting with you, Casey, on the business courses that you offer. If y'all don't know about our business course, y'all don't know about the Blaze business course for women. I mean, like, y'all need to sign the fuck up. Like, any Black woman out here that is starting a business, I tell you, Casey is your girl. Like, she will get you right. And having that village, like, I didn't know. Yeah. You're like, who helped you? You did.
Oh, sis, thank you.
It's real. It's real. Thank you. No, and it's even the information, the tidbits of information, the small things, like the gems that you don't even realize that, you know what I mean? Being able to be, helping women connect with other investors, helping them connect with helping them, like, knowing it. And I think that information is beautiful, and it ain't free. and it's here for the taking, but you don't know where to look.
Right.
But you have to be, like I said, you have to be open to the experience of what comes along to know does this align with me and where I'm going and what I'm doing. There ain't been no struggles. Like I tell you, God has been good to me. Like, to fund this, the money has been there. To find the products, the websites have been there. Like, literally, I haven't come up into any hiccups yet. Not to say that I'm not going to, but I don't have the anxiety of it coming, and I feel good. Yeah. I feel good. I feel like ain't nothing gonna stop me. I feel like this this is what it's supposed to be. And I'm here for it. I'm here for this ride. So I've been blessed in that aspect. And I think it's a good thing because the timing is now. It's now for me to do this. And I think the resources and the people and the places and the things have been placed in my life for a reason, you know? All these relationships that I've been building all these years with people, not saying that they're coming into action now, but it's like, you're really seeing like everybody is like, no, this is my purpose and this is what I'm here for. And I'm like, well, your purpose is helping my purpose. So we need to talk. And I think that's it. Realizing who's in your corner, realizing who's in your circle, and realizing what knowledge they have for you. It's funny because everybody's like, keep your real G's moving in silence. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't be telling people what you're doing, and you shouldn't be like, nah, if y'all in my circle, I need to be able to tell y'all, because you might have something that's beneficial for me. And I don't know, because I'm trying to keep it to myself and not share it with you because I'm fearful that you might take my idea. No, what's for me is for me.
Right.
But so yeah, it's been helpful. Like I said, that Blaze business course was was needed. Was needed.
But it's really you, Mocha. Like I think you're sharing some important gems around the importance and the power of community. I try to tell people as much as I can that 1 + 1 is not 2, it's 11. Like when you truly do leverage, like you said, like people around you that have maybe pockets of knowledge or some websites or some leads or some referrals that you don't have, like it's exponential power. And I think culturally, you hit on this, Mocha, like culturally, we don't tell people our business, right? You know, and we definitely don't ask for help. I work with Black women, so it really is healing their relationship with these things that relate to business. Like when I'm saying, you know, you can crowdfund, right? And like, what? And ask who for what money? You know, like we okay doing it when the funeral coming up, and we don't got to pay, you know, the funeral home in 10 days. But we don't see it as getting support in our lives, right? While we're in the land of the living. But I mean, just kudos to you, Mocha, for being open to it and embracing it. Because if you're doing it all, you're really doing it wrong. Like, we got to lean more, man. So we're not tired and we do have ease. So beautiful, bravo to you. And I just love you so much. I hate to bring this conversation to an end, but before you go, I just want to ask, what is it that keeps you whole? Like you've shown so much energy and enthusiasm, grace, and everything in this conversation. And I think it's apparent to people that you pour out a lot to people, right? You pour into people a lot. So what is it that keeps Mocha whole?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's a very good question. Jesus. I pray a lot. Like, my spiritual relationship has grown a lot, and I feel like my connection with God keeps me immensely. It keeps me. I have people that pour into me, and I'm in a space of, I think I told you this before, not being that strong Black woman. And what that looks like. So it's a lot of nurturing and a lot of self-care and a lot of more self-love, and also being my circle, my people around me, understanding that they pour into me as well when I need it, and being able to accept it. So what keeps me whole is vulnerable, authentic conversations that allow me to be my weird self and not be judged. I'm weird.
You're not. It's not.
No, I am. And it is okay. It is okay. And I love it. I love that I am, but I can only fully be that, I feel, with the people that really pour into me. Not saying that I can't be weird with everyone, but I can't show everybody my weird stuff. But my care is a meditation. It is my daily routine that I have, and I feel like having a routine is really beneficial, and changing that routine as you go through different seasons in your life You know, I am always up before the sun comes up because I love the morning dew and I love the smell of that. It reminds me of the earth wakening and I feel brand new. But some days I sleep in. So it's understanding my body. It's listening. It's being able to know that every day is not going to be my best, but whatever I do is the best for that day.
Right.
And not overextending myself. I've kept myself whole by enforcing boundaries. Yeah. And boundaries with myself. And I've kept myself whole by journaling and doing some medicinal things.
Come on now. Yeah.
But it's a lot of self-work, and I feel like I said that through this whole interview that we've had, but the importance of it is real to me. It truly is real to me because I've been broken. I've been in very broken, different stages. I've been in broken pieces, and putting those, oh God, I'm getting emotional, but putting those pieces back together again and realizing that I'm not the brokenness that I was. And to know that I don't ever want to be in that space again. So I have to take care of me and understanding me and loving on me and validating me. So, oh my God, there's literally, I thought I was going to get through this whole thing without crying, but but it's real. Yeah. It is real. And these tears are joyful tears because I know my past. And I know that in order to keep this that I have cultivated requires nothing but that self-love, that validation, knowing I am everything that I say that I am, but is knowing that I am everything, anything, and nothing all at the same time. Ooh. And that keeps me. That keeps me. I am everything, anything, and nothing all at the same time. I am everything to myself because I choose to be. I am anything to everyone else. I don't know what I do for you, but in any given moment, I am not what you need. I'm anything, but insane, I am nothing because I'm still learning, I'm still growing, and I'm still on this journey. And it's a humbling thing. So I am everything, anything, and nothing all at the same damn time. And I keep that with me. That is my care. That is my daily affirmation to myself. And that's how I care for me. That's how I keep me whole. I humble me every day, but I also acknowledge who I am. I'm in the space of accepting the compliments because I worked hard to get here. And I know it. And I'm proud of me. So
I'm proud of you.
If don't nobody else say it, I know that I am proud of me. And that's the beautiful thing. And in all the years of me living, I feel like this has been the best life that I've lived so far. And it feels good. It feels good to be. It feels good to be here. It feels good to be in the now. It feels good to not be a strong Black woman because I want to be nurtured and cared for. And I don't think that you can if you live in that mentality of I'm a strong, independent Black woman, and no shade to it, but I lived it. I lived that life. I'm good. I'm good on that. I know how it is to be that type of woman. I'm good. I haven't lived in the space of being a delicate flower and being nurtured and cared for. I ain't never lived in that space. But I'm in that space and it feels good. It feels good. It feels good to have someone else care for you. It feels good to have a group of people around you that care for your well-being, that tap in, that ask you. I'm tired. When I say that strong friend, I don't want to be that strong friend for everybody.
Right, Mocha.
I don't want to be. And then nobody checks on the strong friend. I'm good. I'm gonna be a little delicate flower. Turn turn my head up to the sun, allow that to rain down on me, and be good. Listen, life is good. God is good, and I am good, and I'm here in this space because I know that. And I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up on anything. I'm not.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. I've come too far to give up now. I've lived through too much, We've sacrificed too much. We've gone through way too much. We don't look like what we've been through, And that's the beautiful thing about it. The fact that we kept on living is a beautiful thing. At any given moment, it's like, I'm here. And I don't know if we take enough time to say that to ourselves. I am here. And I love it. This space that I'm in, I never thought that I would be here.
Right.
Because I never knew that it existed.
Right.
But the fact that I took time to be still, I'm here. And I love it. Ain't no goddamn turning back. None whatsoever. When I tell you this is the best feeling ever, when I tell you peace is the best feeling ever. When I tell you the joy that I have, the world truly did not give it to me. Like, it is amazing. Like, my life is amazing. It is amazing. Like the dream. What's your dream? I'm living it. I'm living it. People ask, oh, your dream? I'm living it. I'm absolutely living it. And I try to be present. So that's a big thing. Being present, being here. When I say that I am here, what does that actually mean? Like, am I just here in this space, or am I here taking up space? Am I here? No, I'm present. I'm grounded. I'm here. I'm focused. I see what's here. I have vision. I have clarity. It's great. It is great. And you don't know until you know. That is a beautiful thing. Oh.
Amen to all of this. I hope everyone listening embraces that, because you deserve it. You are not a burden. There are people who are waiting in the wings, ready and willing to love on you. How do I know? Because Big Mama was a strong Black woman, and if she ever said she needed something, we would have ran to her call. She needed it. We're only now discovering how painful and lonely that experience is, because Big Mama never told us how it was, right? But now that we are journeying through the process of healing, right, we can say it, we can name it, right? And Mocha's right. Like, we need to say we want forehead kisses, and for our hands to be held, for a shoulder to cry on, right? Somebody to wipe the snot that's right. I mean, we need all of that, right? And
we need it.
I think it's beautiful to watch how much more tender we become, right? Because the world bends to be a sacred place for us, because we are telling people what we need. So thank you so much, my sister.
Yes.
I love you deep, Mocha.
I love you deep.
Thank you.
I do. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for creating this space to be. That's it. Thank you for creating the space to be. And I appreciate you. And I love you. And I honor you. And that's it.
Blaze Business Intensive is the 6-week business management course for Black women. Enroll today by going to blazebusinessintensive.com.